So the first thing we're going to do once everything's cut out, if you're adding your interfacing to some of the pieces, get that ironed on first. But we're going to make the slip pocket for the outside of the bag and also for the lining. So you're going to put right sides together of the outer and one of your lining pieces, and just along the top curved edge, and pin those together. And we're going to sew a 1 centimetre seam allowance along that curve, and then we're also going to repeat that and make the slip pocket for the inside as well. This would be the time, if you are making any other types of pockets for the lining or outer, to get those made and attached now. So I'm going to sew along here with a 1 centimetre seam allowance, and then my other two lining bits it asks for us to cut out, I'll put those right sides together and pin in place, and sew a 1 centimetre seam allowance just along this curved edge, and start and reverse at the beginning and the end. So I've sewn the top edge, the outer slip pocket, and then also the lining one here. So what you can then do is flip those over to the wrong side there. If you wanted to, you could always top stitch that down if you wanted to, or just leave it as it is. Just give it a press to get that nice curve in place. And then the same with the lining slip pocket. So get that ironed out nice and flat. And then what we can do is attach those to the panels that they need to go with. So my lining, one of my lining main panels, lay that on the work surface, lay your slip pocket on top, and then you'll pin it in place around the raw edge, and just sew close to the edge, around the edge of the pocket, to hold it in place so that the line will get hidden in your seam allowance when we attach the gusset. And then if you just find the center and mark that, you can top stitch through all thicknesses of the lining main panel and this pocket to create the two dividers. If you wanted to, you could do a couple of pockets, or make one slightly bigger and one smaller if you wanted to. Just bear in mind you'll lose a centimetre each side. So that's going to get stitched round close to the edge there. And then the same with the outer, one of your outer panels, the front one, you're going to add your panel there, your slip pocket, sew around the edges. And if you want to, again, you can sew down the center or just leave it as an open sort of slip pocket there. And then that's the two pockets they've suggested to add to the bag. So the pockets are sewn now. I've sewn round within 0.5 centimetre of this that's going to be in the seam allowance. So that's my outer pocket, slip pocket. I'm not actually going to sew that down the centre. I'm just going to leave that one as it is, but do feel free to sew that down so it's lined with the lining fabric. And then this is one of my lining panels where I've added the two slip pockets sewn at the top and then attached close round to the edge and sewn down to be a divider. So if you do want to, on the other side of your lining panel, you could add a patch pocket that we've been done before, or a slash pocket. So that's our first step. We've done the pockets now. The next thing will be to talk about the handles and the gusset that goes round the side.